I request Dawood Vaid to answer the question of the slides that are being displayed. Okay. Living in a concrete jungle, how to make students aware of sustainability?
Kausar, and how many marks will I get if I answer all of them correctly?
Um, let the audience decide that.
All right, there she is. Okay, thank you, Madhvi ma'am. She says 100 plus. Living in a concrete jungle, well, honestly, bring them as close to nature as possible. While it goes beyond saying that I know some of you are doing some amazing work, but trust me, there is no better joy when you do things on your own. Putting your hands dirty in the mud, or creating a presentation as if you're doing together. One of the most amazing thing I do is make them look at the SDGs. Since it's about sustainability, SDG 12, 13, and 14. This young girl, Greta Thunberg, she's talking about climate change. Let them look at the sky and then tell us how the world feels pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. They will come to their own conclusions, Kausar.
Okay, the next question is, when do you think a student has now become a dedicated one and will need no more external motivation to work on his or her benchmarks?
Right, never. I think all of us need validation. We need bit of nudging and pushing. I keep saying that there are three great A's of a relationship, and of course, it's not about relationship, but you can apply it with your spouses, with anybody. It's called acknowledgement, appreciation, and admitting. Husbands, we need to admit sometimes we are really bad. Okay, for the lack of better word. Sometimes appreciation. We forget to appreciate our spouses for all the effort, and it's vice versa. And just acknowledging the presence. There is a quote which says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I think you will find different teachers at different roles. I've learned so much on these webinars, on the work of people. I keep, I have no shame to say, Professor Harish, I look at his lectures and say, how can he do things like that? And these are some of the ways you keep motivating yourself. So motivation is very intrinsic. You look at a teacher and you keep learning from them.
Okay, does enduring learning lead to sustainability in education?
What's a good English for that? Enduring learning, absolutely. There is SDG goal number 4, which is called quality education. And for me, that is the closest to me and any other goals. And goal number 5, gender equality. I swim in a sea of estrogen with my daughters all around me. So I understand that if you learn something, and if you learn which is happening, which is dear to you, we call it, what we call in Golden Sparrow is passion project, where you allow a student to do something they're very, very passionate about. It could be, there's a book called Sadiq Loves to Stitch. It is a thing like ostracized in the community when a boy is stitching. If you want to stitch, go ahead and stitch. Pink is the new blue. The girls can play with any toys today. If you love what you do, Kausar, you should go and bake. And the day you become a great baker, please remember us, right? You will give a good discount. If you love something, you will become fantastic in what field you do.
Okay.
Right.
So do you believe children learn more from experience?
Absolutely. 101 marks out of anything. There are 3 ways you can learn. That's what I learned from my teacher. Number 1 is reading, which is almost endangered in today's world. After 5 years, it might become extinct if you don't work on it. So reading, you learn from reading. Our children don't read. That is, our teachers don't read, sadly enough. Number 2 is traveling. Thanks to pandemic, no one is. So we are stuck. We take virtual tours. And number 3 is interactions. You only learn by experiencing things. You fell down from a bicycle, you learn how to be more careful. You do not wear a helmet, so you move, everything that we spoke about. It's unless you experience, unless you feel the breeze. As much as I speak right now, I'm sitting on a chair. I'm going out with my wife right now, and unless I enjoy the joy of it, I will not learn. Children do the same way.
How to encourage sustainability in all students, as most appear disinterested and demotivated?
Well, children are your echo. They mirror. I remember when I was finishing my 10th exam from Vivekananda Kendra in Port Blair, so I had different schools, different things. I still remember what Shushila ma'am wrote to me. She wrote a quote, and I think that is beautiful to end with. She said, life is an echo. The good, the bad, the ugly. So give the life the best you have, and the best will return back to you. Or whatever the quote end of it. It was not rhyming in the end. And then all I believe is demotivated teachers create demotivated students. If you are excited of a subject, of a program, it could be verb and nouns, but you dress up at noun, and trust me, the kids will never forget what a noun is in their life. By the way, I was teaching my cutie kids, which are 6 years old, and I remember just Naomi the cat. And if you know Friends, we did an entire song redemption of Phoebe's song "Smelly Cat, Smelly Cat." And if you know what I'm talking about, I think I learned more from them by doing the song, and we learned all about nouns than we would ever learn. So it's all about you teachers, the future leaders here. I wish the team an amazing success in the